What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? 2025 is going to be a fantastic year for Luna Classic. 2024, however, did not set the world on fire. Now, if we look at it from the context of year over year, Terra Luna Classic did not have the banger of a year that we would have liked to see. We didn't get a repeg. We didn't get any sort of what we felt like we needed in order to take us to that next level, whatever that next level may be. Overall on the year, I'm going to show you what we look like in a 1 year instance. And look, I don't think that it's great. I don't think that it was grand. I don't think that it was, I don't know that it was exactly what we had hoped. So we're going to break that down. And then we're going to talk about the future and what's going on. Make sure, and by the way, I was right yet again. And you guys who try to take a dump on me because I don't like HCC. I actually like the guy, but I don't favor weirdos, if that makes sense. So, and if that stung just a little bit because you're like, I like, and that's how you sound in my head. If that's the case, then it's okay. It gets better. It gets better. Even if you were deceived in some way, even if you were manipulated in some way, it doesn't matter. It's going to be okay. Hit the like button on your way in. Let's break it down and you decide for yourself. Okay, guys, just to give you clarity here, this is the sheet. This is what we've got from Happy Caddy Crypto. Now, if you go down this list, if you look at each and every one of these, you see this is a custodian wallet. You can see that this one is not required. That's what the purple on this means. And then you go down here and you start to look at what's in each one of these wallets. And you see right here, 293 million. Has it been burned? No, it has not. And that's Luna Classic, but it's a Terraform. But he says, by the way, that they've all been burned. Everything has been burned. USTC, Luna Classic, whatever it is, has been burned. So we can put a pin in any more burns having been done. However, if you go to this site, not sure who it's run by, but it's called LUNC over here. It says right here, Terraform Labs has 290 million USTC sitting in a single wallet. Now, we're not supposed to care about that one. And the reason that we're not supposed to care about that is because it's been blacked. So, and I think I said that in the beginning that, I've referenced it time and time again. I think that may be the case, right? However, this 290 million TFL wallet is still sitting out here, but we're now being told that they have, in fact, burned everything that they're supposed to, which means this is not correct. Now, it's still there as of this point. So, and look, this is not to accuse anybody of being a good or bad tracker or whatever the case may be, but it is to say that we've been informed, if you will, that TFL was the owner of this wallet of 290 million USTC and that they did not eat burns. Now, if we come over to Luna Classic, you can see that, it's kind of what you would call cleaned up, if you will. I think there was one down here that we were just kind of looking at, like maybe it was going to be one of these wallets. Maybe we were hoping one of these other wallets would be the, but that's not really the case. None of these wallets are going to start any kind of major burn. So what we thought was going to be a significant burn for USTC is now no longer going to be because, according to Happy Caddy Crypto, this is all done. It's all completed. So I guess we'll just change this to whatever, and then we'll move on because they've done everything that they were going to do. Now, and that, it's my fault for believing that he had it right. I mean, I guess, you know what I mean? And look, that doesn't make him a villain or anything like that. You should still validate with him. He's hitting you up to validate with him, to pay for the move or whatever it is. He's not making any money, but anyway. And by the way, when I say this, I don't mean that he's bad for the chain or anything like that. So, by the way, I did say we don't have to like each other in order to do business. And he said, I disagree. I don't like it. So, now, what's real and not Happy Caddy Pretendo is this. FTX victims will get paid in 5 days. FTX, starting on January 3rd, total assets reached $12 billion. FTX is going to make everybody whole. Tokens that typically move when FTX news is released: FTT, USTC, LUNC, and Luna. And by the way, this is accurate, and there are multiple posts. If you start to go through this, you will start to see that all of these are being copied. They're being copied because people understand that FTX, all of these, different ones, they know and they see that every time there's a move by FTT or FTX, if you will, Luna Classic and USTC seem to move right along with it, right? And there's a whole bunch of people talking about that. So I would expect and suspect that by January 5, we're probably going to see 3 or 4 days of an immense spike. Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high, and the market is buzzing with excitement. Many crypto holders are holding their breath, waiting for the next wave of volatility. Now, we're seeing that dip right now. I'm going to enter a position using Cryptonomy.finance's margin trading program. When Bitcoin hit 100,000, stats show that plenty of retail investors cashed out. Now the market seems to be holding a pattern. We've gotten a dip here. There's a good chance that those same sellers might jump back in if Bitcoin gets close to 120,000. So that's what we're going to rely on right now. We're going to enter a position on Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, we're going to enter a few positions right now. In my last video, I showed you what you needed to know about this margin trading. Right now, we're going to open a few positions. First, I'm going to go all in right now, but I'm going to go against the grain because I think that Ethereum has a big opportunity for a gigantic move. So what I'm going to do is a 10x leverage position. I'm going to schedule this for 9 months, and my minimum expected profit is 123.76%. We're going to open this position. All right, and now we're going to open up a big position here on Bitcoin. We're going to put in about 6 grand right now, about 10 grand at this point. But we're going to do it again for 9 months. I'm still going to stay risk on with a 10x position. I think it's important that we go for broke, if you will. I just don't think that the risk level is worth it. And remember, Bitcoin is on a big dip right now. So we're going to open that position right now. All right, guys, we have 2 positions now open. We have a Bitcoin position. We have an Ethereum position. I'll probably do a Solana at some point. But remember that sometimes these positions can generate more profit in a single day than in 1 to 2 previous months, even with already impressive minimum daily profits, such as the outcome that I'm already getting from the Launchpool or from the fixed staking. This could be something much bigger. Now, to give you an idea on the Launchpad, I did close a contract right here in which my total income was $168,000, but it's 50-50 split. So I made $84,241 off of my deposit. My deposit, by the way, $50,000. So that was a big win for me. Also, my fixed staking, remember, I have a Solana one out right now. My scheduled interest that expires in a couple of days right here. It's going to be an extra 26.2 Solana. That's a scheduled and estimated number. We're going to close that out in just a couple of days, and we're going to see how that goes. But that's going to be a fantastic profit for me. Now, again, as you see, there's plenty of profit being made over here on the Launchpool. But the important thing right now, margin trading. If you are looking for a little risk on investment, then Cryptonomy.finance and margin trading are for you. Go ahead, give it a shot, and then leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about your position in Luna Classic price, but that's just a guess. Now, there is a new proposal up to lower LUNC tax to match Binance at 0.1 and revitalize on-chain volume. Why? I mean, if you think so, put it up for a proposal and let's see how it goes. It is not going very well. Everybody has vetoed this because, I think that, ultimately, I think that as a proposal would go, I don't know that that provides any value to the chain. I mean, we could pretend that it does, but I don't think that it. So you vote in your conscience, boo-boo. CoinHall shows that meme coins are down. Everything in meme coins and everywhere kind of down. We're at the end of the year. We're at the cash out period of the market. We had a down momentum day yesterday. We got a down momentum day again today. This is what the chart looks like. I mean, I can't stress enough that, you know, you really kind of peel back the layer, if you will, and you look at it. You know, if we were looking at Elliott wave, we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we've got 1, 2, 3. Maybe we got a reversal in hand. Maybe we're looking at a big spike coming. I just told you that there was a big spike coming. And when I say that, I do mean it's probably going to come up here into this range over the next couple of days. I mean, you know, 7 days or so away from whatever happens with FTX. So that should end up being the thing. But here's the problem, if you will. And really, it's not a problem. But I mean, look at where we are as a market. We were at 3.75 trillion days ago. And now here we are hovering around 3 trillion. And, you know, what is really happening? Well, the market is just doing what the market always. If I were to say that to you, and then I were to scroll back here and say, well, and by the way, this is what was happening over here. This is December of last year. And you might be saying to yourself, well, that's not the bull run. Well, yeah, okay, but why do you use that voice in your brain? You sound pretty silly. But if you look over here, you're just kind of, you know, you're down, 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 down at the beginning of the year, just kind of idling right here in a range. And then you dump here around mid-January, and then boom, you're off to the races. And we go from 1.4 trillion to 2.7 trillion over the course of, you know, I mean, that's $2 trillion entering the market, or $1 trillion entering the market in a very short period of time. But let's not, you know, belie that. Let's go back here. This is the end of 2022. What happens at the end of 2022? Boom, enormous spike starts to happen. What happens over here at the end of 2021? Right there. Sideways, 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 sideways through the end. And then boom, we get the big spike, right? So we're in line doing exactly what we've been doing. You know, we're going to look back at this. We're going to zoom out here, and we're going to be like, okay, well, yeah, it makes perfect sense that this is exactly where we were sitting. This is actually exactly, you know, what we would expect. So don't think anything for the price for the next couple of days. Bulls, they're taking vacations because they've had a great year. Bears, they're trying to claw back $1. Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents or some stupid rap song somewhere. Anyway, so let's break down a little bit more. If we come down here, this is 139. This is Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic for 1 year is down 22%, while other things like Turbo are up 2,300. Or when you come down here, Liverpeer is up 90%. And, you know, when you go into the top 100, you can see here this enormous spikes. There's been enormous moves on a lot of these different cryptos, and you've seen just really good spikes. And we didn't see that with Luna Classic. Now, you got to be asking yourself, well, what does that mean? Well, ultimately, what that means is we are not a market maker. We are basically kind of a market taker, if you will. And we need more people. So when you come back over here and you look at that 0.1 spike, I kind of agree with it. You know, we're desperately in need of that. So I don't know what that means ultimately, other than, you know, Luna Classic needs a little bit of help. It needs something to happen. But in 7 days, something big might be happening. USTC also moves with that. So we could be looking at these two over the next couple days having a really, really massive spike. So bear that in mind. Keep that in your thoughts and prayers, if you will. And if you decide to trade, make sure that you're doing it at Terra Casino, which is located right over there. Weeks, which is if you want to do futures trading, and if you want to do any kind of trading and get involved, Weeks is the place that I do for my Luna Classic. So if you are interested and you want to trade Luna Classic and do futures, by the way, today would be the time where you might want to layer yourself in and kind of set yourself up with a buy order on Weeks for some Luna Classic, and maybe set it at like 301, thinking that it's going to dip down there and trigger a buy, use some low leverage, and go crazy, because we could be looking at just something gigantic right now. As far as the rest of it goes, if you were looking to trade meme coins, it's going to be Terra.finance. If you're looking for risk-based gaming, Terra Casino, it's all right here. And guys, look, we're in the market right now where it is just really all in front of everything that you want to see happening with the cryptocurrency at large. Now is the time. So I've got my stake here that, I've finished my stake. So nice. And Selenium, I don't know how you did, but hopefully you did pretty well. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.